Bonjour, bonjour, mon petit chifflet, Amber here, and I have terrible news. I have terrible, terrible, awful news. 2025 is almost over. Sit with that. It is almost 2026. Right now. On top of that, I actually don't know what I was about to say. Woo! It's midnight right now, actually. I don't remember what I was going to say to intro this video, but it is almost 2025. No, 2020. Jesus Christ. It is almost 2026. We are approaching the end of the year, and there's been a lot of reading done. There's been a lot of reading. There is a lot of reading that I still need to do. I just want to quickly chat with you about my end of the year reading plans and do the end of the year reading tag, the end of the year book tag, which I haven't done in a couple of years. You know, you guys know I love myself a book tag, but I haven't done this in maybe like 2 or 3 years. So here we are. I've been putting this off for like maybe a week. I've been very busy, then I've been under the weather, but I am presentable right now. I went to see Wicked for the second time today. So that and that alone is the reason I'm wearing green. That's it. That's all we're talking about. This is for Elfie, okay? Anyway, this shouldn't be this long. This intro should not be this long. There are really only 6 questions to this tag. So let's get into it. I'm feeling a little delirious right now. So the first question is, oh my god, I keep talking with my hands between the big rings and my nails being painted. I'm sorry. Number 1. Are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? Honestly, the only one that I can think of, the only book that I've started and remains unfinished is The Poppy War. I'm currently I'm currently almost finished my reread of The Poppy War. I am listening to the audiobook because I finally have a copy of The Dragon Republic, so I can finally continue reading through the series and continue my full spoilery vlog of The Poppy War that I started, even though my footage from the first book is on my broken hard drive. That's not the conversation we're having right now, but yes, I have maybe like 4 hours left of the audiobook, and part of me feels like I've been subconsciously putting off finishing the audiobook just so I can answer this question. So now I can move on. Okay, next. Do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? Ideally, this video probably would have been done in like October as you transition into that final wave of the year. But here we are. It's still fall technically. For me, it's always The Hunger Games. It's always going to be The Hunger Games. I reread the series. If you don't know, I reread the series every November. I just completed this year's read like a week ago. So I have read the Hunger Games trilogy 17 times since the very first time I read it. So it's not autumn for me. It's not November for me until the Hunger Games have been read. Right. Okay. Next. Is there a new release you're still waiting for? I'm kind of really bad. I'm good at writing down releases when I'm made aware of them. I'm not good at remembering them and actually keeping track of them past the list that I have in my reading journal. But I do know that Dawn of the Firebird by Sarah Mughal Rana comes out on December 2nd. I almost said December 2nd. December 2nd, and that's like a fantasy. Hold on, let's see if I can pull it up really quick. The cover is stunning. So it's pitched to fans of The Poppy War, funnily enough, and She Who Became the Sun, which I have to read at some point. And The Will of the Many, which is the first book that's made it on my 2026 TBR. I don't know where this burst of inspiration or this sudden desire to read that book came from, but okay. Anyway, for fans of the Poppy War, She Who Became the Sun and The Will of the Many, it's like a fantasy book about, I think she's a princess. Yeah, she's the daughter of an overthrown emperor, and I think she's like infiltrating, is it like the military or the military school or whatever. It's a whole like vengeance plot type thing, and that's really all I know. She's like obviously hiding her identity. To survive, she studies under cutthroat mystic monks and battles in a series of contests to outmaneuver her fellow soldiers. She must win at all costs, even if it means embracing the darkness lurking inside her. Yeah, that sounds like it's gonna be incredible. And like I said, the cover is really what got me. Number 4, what are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? First and foremost, I ignore the Barnes & Noble receipt. I still need to read Their Eyes Were Watching God by Zora Neale Hurston. I have had this on my yearly TBR. It feels like a whole decade. I don't know. It feels like I put this book on my TBR every year, but this year and last year, I really started really focusing on reading like classic works by Black authors, like the Black staples, you know. And last year I read my first James Baldwin. This year I read I've fallen into the Octavia Butler wormhole, black hole. So it's way past time to read this book. I remember I saw the movie, like the Halle Berry adaptation, a century ago. I don't really remember what it's about. Thankfully, it's kind of tiny, so I feel like I won't struggle to complete it before the end of the year. I've decided that I am finally, in fact, going to read Gideon the Ninth by Tamsin Muir. For a while, I didn't really have any interest in the book. I don't remember, but I remember there was like, I don't remember what it was, but there was like a little controversy with the author, or not like with the author, but like surrounding the author. There was a lot of discourse, and I feel like it kind of put me off the series, but I've also heard such good things about this series, so I feel like I feel like I need to give it a try. I don't know much. I just know there's like necromancy involved and lesbians, I believe. So when I bought the book, the booksellers, she was hyping it up. I think she had just finished it. She was saying how funny it was. So I didn't know that, but swell. I also, this is a very recent addition to the TBR, but one I'm kind of like fiending for. And it's different this time, by Joss Richard. The way I had to hunt down a copy of this book, and I really only got it, what, 2 weeks ago? It was a hassle to get this book, and I have to read it. I have to read it this month, actually. I have to read it this week. I have to finish the book I'm reading within the next couple of days, and then read this, so that it still counts as a fall read. This takes place in New York. Autumn in New York. Sorry. It's like a second chance romance, estranged friends to lovers type situation. I'm very much into it. I'm also really intrigued because the main character as well as the author are Filipino. And I feel like that's not... I haven't read from many like Filipino authors or many Filipino characters, so much excited. Number 5, is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? Honestly, Gideon has the potential. Jane Eyre has the potential. I was surprised by my experience reading Wuthering Heights, so Jane Eyre definitely has the potential. Lost Souls Under a Full Moon by Mizuki Sujimura has the potential. I'm really intrigued by that book. I was supposed to read that this month. I don't think I'm gonna get around to it, especially because my main focus is to read. It's different this time, but it's hopefully gonna be one of the first things I read in December. Last question is, have you already started making reading plans for next year? Yes. Yep. Yeah. Unfortunately, honestly, because my reading plans for 2026 should actually be to not read, or to not read as much, because I have mentioned many times that my relationship with reading is sometimes very unhealthy and very concerning, and it's more hyperfixation than anything, I think, where like I really can't get much else done because I'm way too focused on reading, and when I'm not reading I am panicking about not reading. And at the moment, like, therapy is too expensive. So that should be my main 2026 reading plan. However, I already have 2 themed TBRs planned. 3 TBRs. No. Yeah, 2 to 3 TBRs planned and a reading vlog planned for 2026. 2026, I did beach read at the beach this year. I'm hoping to do people we meet on vacation next year. Hopefully in Palm Spring, but I don't know how I'm gonna pull that off, but I'm gonna try my hardest. So yeah, that's those are my plans. That's a nice little outline of my plans for the last couple of weeks of 2025. Am I a little overwhelmed? Maybe. I'm gonna be real. I'm excited for the lineup of books that I have for this grand finale of the year. But yeah, that's that. I wanted to be part of I just wanted to do the tag. All right. So let me know what some of your end of year reading plans are. Thank you for watching this monstrosity of a video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like me, feel free to subscribe. All my places are down below, so you can follow me and I'll follow you back, and I'll see you soon.